So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to set up. Basically, I'm doing this primarily for my rideshare team and rideshare drivers, how to set up a page. But this can be set up for any customer getting started welcome page that you want to have basically a list of information all stored in one place that you can send people. Now, I'm using lead pages for this. You can use a blog. You could use it. One of the reasons I'm suggesting doing it this way versus putting all this information in a group, because if you put it in a group, you could put it on a single post at the top of your page inside a group if you want to go that way. You can do it this way. We can send somebody a link. Totally up to you how you want to use whatever system you're going to use. For those of you that are using the lead pages, I set this up as an idea that I can send somebody a link to the page. It's public. And the cool thing about this, if they're not on Facebook, let's say I found them on LinkedIn and they're not on Facebook, I can send them to this page, and it's going to have the intro. It's going to have the links that they need to do getting started. So I'm going to show you how this looks and get it set up. We're going to jump right into this and get through this. I've got another training I want to jump on right after this. That's going to be happening in another group that I'm in. So I want to get through this as quickly as possible. So I'm going to fly through this. If you'd like the template for this, you want me to share the template with you, I can definitely share the template with you. Let me jump in here and show you what it looks like. We're going to do a quick screen share up here, and then we'll dive right in and show you the basic techniques on how to set it up and how to lay it out starting from scratch. So this is the basic template here. And again, there's nothing filled in here. You'd have the name of whatever it is, you know, welcome, for this example, welcome rideshare applicants at the top. In my video here, I'm going to explain to them exactly everything that's happening on all the buttons down here below. Tell them what to click on, why it's there, why they should download it, why they should click on it, and walk them through the process. Of course, you can add or take away anything you want to from this area here. So totally up to you. It's completely customizable and how you want to do it. So first thing that you're going to do is you're going to come over to your landing pages. You're going to log in. And again, if you'd like the link to this to get this set up, I've got an option for you for a 14-day trial. If you want to try it out for 14 days, shoot me a private message. Let me know. I'll get you the link for the 14-day trial. You can come in and play with this. Very, very neat deal here. So up here in the search, I'm going to type video because that's my favorite type of template. I'm going to scroll down, and I like using this template here, video autoresponder. So I'm actually going to click on Start Building, and this is where we're going to actually come in and customize this. It's going to look nothing like what you just saw. So this is going to be rideshare driver welcome. And I'm going to hit continue, put the title in there. And we're rolling. So this is going to bring up my page. Now, first of all, there's just a bunch of stuff in here I'm going to have to delete off of here. I don't need a logo up here. I'm actually going to change that. I'm going to delete that. Here's something I can leave that in there. I'm going to add that as a text block. If you want to keep your social media stuff over here on the side, you can, totally optional. This is where I'm going to add my welcome video, my introduction video. So next, what I want to do is I want to get this page to look like this page. So this is where I'm going. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to add some buttons. So I'm going to duplicate this button 4 times. One, and I'll explain exactly why here in a minute. I'll duplicate it 4 times, and then I'm going to grab it here, and I'm going to drag it down to my second row. I'm going to grab another one and drag it down to my second row. So I've got the 2 buttons. So basically, you see I've got them set up like this so far. My video is going to go in there. I'm going to have my header up at the top. So we're working on it. I've got my header here that's going to be at the top. It's going to say welcome. So welcome ride share driver applicants. Right. And in this area, I'm going to say watch the video to learn about the fundamentals. To learn about applying to drive and driver benefits, right? So that's going to compel them to watch the video because I want them to watch the video to explain all this stuff here. Don't need any of this stuff here at the bottom, so we can delete all of this. Don't need that. We'll leave the legal disclaimer down there. So what we're looking at here, now I've got that. I need to add another button on the bottom, so I can simply just copy and duplicate this one. So I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to drag it down here for my single button. Again, this is just the way I chose to format it. You can do it whatever you want to. Just depends on what kind of information you want to share with your people. I've got a placeholder here. I'm going to put it in image. So what I want to do right underneath this button is I want to add an image section. So I'm going to come over here to my widgets. I'm going to go to image and text. I'm going to pull that down where it highlights blue. I'm going to click on the image icon, and I'm going to choose the little blue dot on the left. It's going to give me an image placeholder here with an insert your text here. What I'm going to add in this image, and close that out. What I'm going to add into the image is actually a picture of me. So I'm going to grab, I think I have a Rideshare image somewhere down here. If I don't, I'm going to grab that one, and I'm going to throw that in there. I've got another picture. I'm going to actually size this down a little bit so it's smaller. I'm going to take this all the way down to about like that. Then I'm going to put my contact details in this area on the text on the right. So I'm going to put my contact details here. Right. I'm going to put my contact details in this area right here. Let's come back here and look at my template, how I've got it laid out. Actually, I did that wrong, but that's okay, because I'm actually going to put, this is going to actually slide all the way to the bottom of the page. I'm going to add a couple of images in here in this middle area, some of my other benefit stuff. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to drop a couple of images in here. One of them is going to be my image for one of our driver benefits is we have a bill negotiating service that we actually go in and we'll negotiate on your behalf with a lot of your current vendors, like your vendors, the current people like your Charter, your cable. It's cooling is they'll actually go in and negotiate on your behalf on your current services. It's not about switching to another service. It's actually a very, very neat service that is available as well, and that's available to anybody. So it's not just to drivers, but it's a service that we're offering to the drivers. We've also got a discount travel services available that's access that they get access to with no membership fees. Is really neat. So I'm going to add both of these links in here. Click image, come down here. Where is my bill G at? So we're going to add that. So I've got both of these services now that I'm going to click, and I'm going to have links going to both of these to explain them. I got to make this one a little bit smaller so it's the same size as the other one. Get it right into about right there. So those sizes match up. Got the placeholder set up. You see how easy this is. So now it's just about customizing everything. Let's go back and see how my template is. I mapped it out. And of course, on the very bottom of this page, what I want to do is I want to give people an opportunity here. So I'm going to put in a spacer. I'm going to add a spacer, and I'm going to add in more text. And down here, and then I'm going to add another button. And all of this for is this is optional in this text right here. I'm going to put optional income opportunity, right? And the reason I said optional is because when my drivers come here, I don't want them to think that that's a required, something that's required for them to do. It's completely optional. If they want to build a driver fleet, they can, and enroll other drivers and get paid on those drivers driving for them. If they want to get paid for riders riding, they can have that as an income opportunity as well. And this link right here is going to go to that income opportunity to get them set up and rock and roll it. So that's the basic layout. You see how fast I went through that? It literally, I did this live to show you, and that took all of like 9 minutes to get the basic layout. So now the fun part's going to come in and adding all the fun stuff. So I want to put my video up here. Of course, I pre-recorded my video. I put it on Vimeo, my favorite application over here. I'm going to come over. I've done all the stuff I need to on my video. There's the copy embed code. Copy the embed code. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to paste the video in here like that. I'm going to hit save. It's going to load my video in. The video, my welcome videos in here. And basically this welcome video, right? This welcome video is explaining what's on this page. So I'm going to walk them through each button. So my first two buttons here are going to be to download the driver application to get started with their application. So I've already saved it here. So I'm going to come over here and copy this. And I'm going to go like this, driver app download. Who's calling me? Driver app download for Apple. I'll put iOS to make sure that it's completely clear, right? For Apple iOS. And then of course this other one over here is going to be, and I love copying and pasting, it's going to be for Android, right? That'll be for the Android. And I'm going to explain in this video exactly what's going on. So right below this video, for example, right below the video, if you're applying to drive and you're using an Apple device, click on the download for Apple. Now I want to activate the buttons. I need them to go to the app. So I'm going to come over here to my main corporate site, and I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to drivers for drivers, and I'm going to go to riders for riders. So I'm going to click on my driver tab. It's going to bring it up here. I'm going to right click. I'm going to copy copy link address. I want to copy the link address. I want to come over here and click on Apple. I'm going to click on the link and nope, delete the pop-up box. I don't want it to do a pop-up box. I actually just want to link to an external URL. I want to Control V, paste the URL in there for the Apple Android download link. I'm going to choose open in a new window, use unfollow. Then I want to count button clicks too. I want to just keep track of that. That's going to help with my click-through rates to see what people are doing. Then I'm going to do the same thing for my Android button. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to copy the link address. I'm going to come back into my page. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on my link deal. I'm going to scroll down to here, link to external URL. I'm going to do Control V to paste it in there. May work a little bit different on a Mac. I'm going to click all of those buttons there, and now I've activated these buttons. And I can change the color on these buttons if I want to. So if I want to make these buttons more into my brand color, I can click on the edit here, and I can change my brand colors to the colors that I want to. So my brand colors are yellow and this red color, and I want to change the button shapes, and I like rounded edges, so I'm going to do round. And I also want to change the size of my font. It doesn't need to be 9, so I'm going to take it all the way down to like a 6. Take it down to a 6, and I'm going to put this at a 4. And then I like to use the font style. Again, it's up to you how you want to set this up. Just make it sure that it's as legible and readable as possible, because a lot of people will be using this on their phones, right? Same thing for this one. I've got the download for my Android, so I'm going to come over and I'm going to grab my download Android link, which is already on here. I want to customize this. So I'm going to do my background. I'm going to do my text. I'm going to change my shape to rounded corners. I'm going to change my size. I'm going to go down to 6. I want to go down to a 6. I'm going to find my text that I like. And of course, you can also do this in the beginning. I could have modified these buttons in the beginning for Apple iOS driver download app for Android. I want everything to be the same, so the buttons are all the same size. So I'm going to say Android iOS. So the buttons are the same size. Of course, I switched the color, so let me go back and do that the other way around. Background is going to be yellow. Text is going to be red. So everything is lined up. So as you can see, you can go through and customize these. My next button's down here. This is going to be for my rider apps. So I want to download my rider apps. I'm going to click on Ride, right? I'm going to come down here. I'm going to right click. As a matter of fact, let me do this a little bit faster here. Watch this. So I'm going to copy, and I'm going to copy, and then I'm just going to drag this one down right here and drag this one down right here. So now I've duplicated those buttons. So now I can just change the word here to writer, and I can delete this, delete that button, no longer need that, and I'm just going to change this to writer. And I'm actually going to put share in front of this. Share the Writer app. For Apple. Share the Writer app for Android. So we're getting that set up there. Share the Writer app. Oh, for Android, iOS. I think I put that on there. Share the Writer app for Android, iOS. Share the Writer app. And we want them to be the same thing for Apple, iOS. Want them to fit. I want everything to be lined up and even. So now that I've got my Apple, I'm going to come over here to my writers. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to copy the link address. I'm going to come back. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to open up the link address. I'm going to change it because it's the driver app. So I'm going to put in the writer version. So I'm going to put the writer version in there. Everything's the same. I'm going to come over the same thing. I'm going to right click, copy link address, come back here, click on it. I'm going to change the URL to the right address, take it from driver to writer. Everything is good. And I can go through and update all of this stuff. My next button down here, of course, is going to be, I've added in, let's see, share the writer app, getting started trainings. So this would be my next button down here. It's going to be my getting started trainings, which are actually going to be on Facebook. Getting started trainings. Spelled that completely wrong. I'm going to add those in, and I'm going to link this over to a Facebook group, right? I'm going to link this over to a Facebook group so that in that Facebook group every Tuesday and Thursday, so I'm going to write, I'm doing a live right now. Sorry, I can't talk. Getting started training Tuesdays and Thursdays. At 11 a.m., right? So I'm going to do those. I'm going to add these in. Background is yellow. Text is red. I'm going to change the shape of my box. Like I said, I need to change the size of my font down a little bit. I'm going to change it down to a 6. I'm going to change my font style. And it's all set. Then I'm going to link that over to my Central CST. So that's all ready to go and rock and roll. And as I go through this, I'm going to set it up and process it. And eventually I'll hit save when all the buttons are activated. I'm going to link these two images over to the Build Genius page and over to the iGo page. Of course, I'm going to set up a link here to an overview for our additional income opportunity. Then I'm going to finish editing this down here on the bottom and put in my personal information for you. So that when somebody comes, now of course I'm going to have my URL. When this is all saved, I can now take whatever URL domain name that I want to have, a vanity domain, so it could be, you know, welcome writers or whatever I need to, or welcome drivers at whatever my domain is. I can actually share that to them and have them come directly to this page to get started with their process. So hopefully that made some sense. Again, if this is something that you want to use, and I set it up for the drivers that I'm enrolling and hiring. If you'd like to use it, you can use it for any customers. You can use it for any welcome. You can use it for any getting started. Very, very cool platform. Let me know. I'll shoot you over the link so that you can use this as a tool for your business to grow your business and make it really easy to have everything all in one place. Because remember, not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody's on LinkedIn, not everybody's on Instagram. You want to have a place that you can send people that they can get the general download information and be able to walk them through a getting started. And the whole purpose of the video on top is going to be you talking to the new person that just arrived and telling them what to do on each section of the page down below. You're not just going to send them to the page. You're going to give them instructions. So you can say, watch this video for instructions on how to get started would be the title above it. And then you're going to walk through and say, this button is this button is that, this button is this button is that link is this, that link is that. On Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m., we have a driver training. Click on that link. It's going to take you into our Facebook page where we have the driver training set up twice a month at 11 a.m. Central for them. So that's some options. Or you can put training on another page if you wanted to. And of course, on the very bottom, if you decide you want to participate in our income opportunity and you'd like to have your own driver fleet, that's all the way at the bottom, along with my contact information at the bottom of the page. Welcome to the team. Look forward to you getting fast. And that's sort of how you would do that welcome page, right? To get people set up, rocking and rolling. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and build a huge, huge rideshare team. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.